everybody from Cyprus. What a beautiful part of the world this is here. It's round 7 of the championship. We were live on Facebook in Larnaca last night for the start of the ceremonial start of the rally. And it was a beautiful evening. It was warm summer sunshine, and it's kind of that holiday atmosphere yesterday. But today, this is where the heat of the battle starts down here in Cyprus. It's round 7. It's a mixed surface event, this one, and Cyprus is synonymous with the FIA European Rally Championship because we've been coming here for so many years, and as a rally it is immensely well organised, and it's just a really incredible place, quite enchanting here. We've been out this morning at stage number 1, and we've been currently the drivers are coming through stage 2. Stage 3 is where we are at the moment, so we're kind of at a just the kind of farmland where we are at the moment. Chris is holding the camera. Let's just do a quick 360 to show us exactly where we are. Basically the middle of nowhere. We've got everybody here looking after the timing table, the usual regulars who are just brilliant. These guys. We haven't got any cheese pies today. Oh, we have got the cheese pies.
Of course, we have it in the car, and we have also chocolate cake.
Yeah, chocolate cake and cheese pie. These guys are just brilliant. Every year, they were at qualifying stage yesterday. They look after us so well here. So we are here, they're here. They've got the cheese pies handmade, which is good, so we'll be having some of those later on. But anyway, back down to the rally this morning. Last year, it was an incredible battle here on the ERC, right down to the final stage. And it was a battle between Nasser Alatia, who was on charge to a win here last year, but in the final stage picked up a puncture, and that was it. And Simos, local Cypriot guy, he won the rally. Big surprise for him last year. Now he's battling again here this year. He's in an R5 Skoda. We've got Nasser Alatia, who is setting some blistering times this morning. And as we come into stage number 3, it is Nasser who is out in front at the moment. Just going to flash up the times here on my phone, because as we were explaining to you when we were on the Bahrain rally last time out, we are on our own. Although you can see the pictures from the helicopter, you can see the results and the graphics on the screen. Us at the end of the stage here, it's Chris and myself that are bringing you the information as we speak. So it is a cracking stage. It is Nasser out in front after 2 stages by 20.3 seconds this morning, and Alexei Lukanuk is lying in 2nd position, and then we've got Simos Galateras, who won this event last year. He is 34.4 seconds behind Alexei Lukanuk. Łukasz Habaj, first time for Łukasz on the island, is in 4th position at the moment. Chris Ingram is in 5th. Now Ingram is leading the championship by 1 point, so he's got a lot to fight for this weekend. We've got our big 3 title contenders as well. We've got Alexei Lukanuk, we've got Łukasz Habaj, who was leading the championship at the start of the year. Alexei Lukanuk was then leading the championship and took the mantle over from Łukasz Habaj. Then Chris Ingram, the young Chris Ingram, who is fighting for budget right throughout the season. And his mother, after Bahrain Rally, after missing out on winning the under 20 in the ERC1 the ERC1 junior category. It was the old under 28 category, but after missing out of the €100,000 of support, it was just such a fine fight down to the wire. And to win the junior title in Bahrain Rally, Chris missing out on that by 0.6 of a second, and it was shocking for him. But he then surprisingly led the championship by 1 point over Alexei Lukanuk coming into this rally. No money, no budget, no nothing. So Chris Ingram's mum set up a crowdfunding page and got people to donate and put some money into the pot. And although he hasn't got all the budget to run here this weekend, they have made the commitment with TalkSport to bring Chris Ingram here because he has a chance to be ERC champion this year. Well, at the moment, Chris Ingram is lying in 5th overall. He's 2.5 seconds behind Łukasz Habaj, who is one of the title contenders. Then we've got the brace of Cypriot drivers all out in front, and as I say, past winner of this event, Nasser Alatia, is leading at the moment and setting some great times, 20.3 seconds ahead. We've got a couple of dramas on the first stages this morning, nothing too bad. The first sort of guy to retire from the rally with engine problem is Andreas Saltis. He was first on the road this morning, having a bit of engine problems with him today, so he is out of the rally. Rakan Al-Rashed Well, another one of our drivers from Saudi Arabia, he had a throttle problem this morning. The throttle pedal was getting stuck down and it wasn't returning back up. So what he did was use a little bungee cord that he had in the car to pull the throttle back up. So stopped in the stage to sort that one out. Nicholas from Austria, Nicky Meyerhoff. Nicky had a car, just hearing on ERC radio at the previous stage, at stage 2, Nicky came through and with a car lit up like a Christmas tree. But we're on board at the moment with Kirka, who is in the stage, and we're just watching some pictures you can see on Facebook from our helicopter with Kirka is in the stage at the moment from the Czech Republic. This stage, so let's just tell you about this one at the moment, is 14.96 kilometres in length, and the percentages for this one, it's 100% on gravel. We've got a split surface event this weekend. First car coming down towards us now. We haven't got the helicopter. We've just been following Kirka a short while ago on our Facebook programme, but first car is coming now. So they've got this square right here, and then heading off is Panitos, who is on his way up. Just look at that rooster tail of dust behind him as he heads up. There's a little town just at the top of the hill, and then there's a sharp left. We can probably, Chris is trying his hardest just to trace him. He hasn't got the right camera lens on for this one to follow him all the way up the hill, but you can see just sharp left at the top and then coming back down towards us. So this is great. This stage has been run in various formats, different ways over the years. It has actually stopped at the junction where they did that square right before in the past. But anyway, first car on the road this morning. Stage is live. And with 14.60 kilometres, we've got a Cypriot driver, Panitos, who is here first. You gotta love the cars as they come up to the end of the stage. We'll just put a little precautionary rock just under the back wheel there, but you can see that they've been pushing. You can see that it's dusty, and just the stuff on the side of the cars here, filthy. Let's have a word with our local Cypriot guy, first one on the road. Let him loosen the belts off, get those all sorted out, open the door. The Hyundai i20s, the R5s, they just look crazy in the gravel spec. We'll talk about that as he pulls off. Let's see what he has to say. Hot work, good stage, how was it for you?
We cleaned the road. First car, it goes loose everywhere, no grip, nothing. We tried to be in the road, save and finish the stage.
Were you out to the stage in places? Were you into the bushes a bit?
We go now in the service, we check the car because we have problem with the front left axle. We fix the car and we see where we are and we start pushing.
Yeah, okay. Start pushing, that's what we'd like to hear.
Yes, thanks a lot, bye.
Thank you, thank you. Right, so yeah, start pushing. Problem with the front axle. So just on the front, he's saying that a little bit of a problem here, but not so bad. If you look at the i20, the R5 i20, just the height in the back, it looks kind of like, do you know the Disney characters, sort of like the Bambi on ice? It just looks so weird, just the characteristics of the car. Just it's the wheel arches are absolutely huge on the i20. Yeah, nice car, R5. And let's see what's happening now. If we've got any messages coming in, just got some pictures coming in for our social media feed. Of course, another car coming down towards us. Look at this. This is Cyprus, isn't it? So this is Kirka. We were just watching him from the heli a minute ago on Facebook. Thomas is from the Czech Republic. First time that we've seen him here. Car prepared by Orsak. And we saw a fleet of cars. You know, Orsak's been bringing the R2 Fiesta into the market, the new evolution of that, preparing that, getting that done with Eric Seitz behind the wheel and a brace of other young talent in the ERC3 junior category. But look at that. That is, you know, even if you look at those pictures, that is Cyprus, isn't it? That sums it all up. You see the timing beam over there. Probably just, if you could zoom in just through the arch, we'll do it with the next car that comes through. You can see there's a little beach umbrella by the timing beam there. But, look at this, off and out into the wild. See the grass in the front, so Thomas is through. Now, Thomas doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak English very well, so we've been talking to his co-driver on the other side. Katerina, let's just open the door. Katerina, you're live on Facebook this morning, so a lot of damage on the front. Well, not damage, but you've got grass in the front of the car. What happened? Was that a pace note issue?
Yeah, actually, we are cleaning the road. We are second on the road, so it's hard, but we are doing the best. We did few mistakes. We were 3 times off the road. Well, we are trying to enjoy it as much as we can, but it's hard.
Is the engine temperature okay with that?
It's hot. It's hot. We should go.
Okay, we'll let you go. Thanks. All right. So engine temperature, just mind yourself, Chris. They're going to pull out of the way there because of grass in the front of the car. So the engine temperature is getting a bit hot. Just the cooling pack can't breathe. Can't cool the car down. Just is amazing. Just the amount of grass that you pick up in the front of those cars. So first car through. 10.54, 11.31.8. Spin round. Timing beam is sliced one more time. But as I say, as soon as you get a little bit of grass in the front of those cars, they need so much oxygen to breathe and filter through the engine to cool down. Here we go. First of our R5s. Rakan Al Rashed is here. Now, if you open the door of Rakan, if you can just maybe get the camera in, you'll see there's a little bungee cord. When we open the door, I'm going to pop the door open now, which is kind of what we're not... Oh, he's going to open it. If you just look down, there's a bungee cord down in the front by Rakan's foot. That's holding the throttle pedal back. Bit of a morning, bit of a ad hoc sort of repair job on the road. Is that working okay, or is it still putting you off that?
No, it's putting me a lot off. I mean, we're barely surviving till the end of the stage, and we're just also opening the road as well. So not as well much grip anyway. So yeah, barely. Now finally we finish. Now let's go back to service. Let's see what we can fix, what we can change the car.
With the throttle pedal, when it goes down, is the throttle jammed open, or
Yeah, it goes down and then it's full open, and then I have to, then it goes back. It's a bit of a struggle, and it's very soft. So one press of it, and then it goes full on, and it's very difficult to control.
I'm glad you're driving it, not me. All right, let's hope we can sort that out in service. So that's the in the first stage this morning. So Rakan had that problem. So throttle right down, and the throttle pedal doesn't come back up. So yeah, using the tape to pull it back up. So that's why we've got a next car in right now. Abdulaziz Al-Kawari is here, Kuwaiti driver, same part of the world as Nasser Atir. You can see the tyres as well. You see how worn Abdulaziz's tyres are this morning. He's really used those. But coming in quite quickly is Abdulaziz because Rakan's lost so much time. Is he going? Just 1 minute. He's just about to put the car in gear. Abdulaziz, we're live on Facebook this morning. How was the first group of stages for you this morning? Was it good fun? Any problems? Tyres look well used.
No, not really good look, very bad. Something is wrong with the car, maybe setup, maybe wrong suspension, I don't know. The dampers or whatever. We'll try to do something. I'm not really happy, but it's okay. At least we go back to the service and we try to fix it.
Okay, that's good. So not quite happy with the car this morning, Abdulaziz. So tyres well used, something wrong with it, but they can have a crack with sorting that out later. So you can see that Abdulaziz came pretty quick in behind. 10.28.2 for him. Rakan having the problems there, so 11.07.4, so dropping time with that throttle problem. Now, Chris, we've got another car coming towards us, Rooster Tail, off in the distance. We've got the square right coming towards us now. So it comes into sight. That looks like Paolo Nobre in the little green pig up the hill. So a pile of dust disappears out the back of the car, up, and off into the distance. That's Paolo Nobre. Having problems yesterday going into that stage, and in the qualifying stage yesterday, Paolo was sent in just behind Tibor Erdi, who was having problems starting his car. That's through the timing beam for Paolo. So he slices the timing beam. But yeah, Paolo yesterday going in and getting caught in that dust of Tibor Erdi, who was having problems starting his car yesterday in the qualifying stage. Not quite so happy was Paolo Nobre, but as he comes towards us here, the car prepared by Motorsport Italia, the excellent team who put together and put on Rally di Roma Capitale. And just get Paolo to stop at the end of the stage, door open. So that's another one done. The tyres look pretty good as well. Paolo, live on Facebook, so everyone can watch you at home. But how was the morning's run for you today?
After two special stages, really twisty. One special stage quite fast and slippery, so it's not easy to administrate. The tires are not like in the morning because they are a little bit destroyed, even though we changed two tires, but the other two are not in a fantastic condition. So yes, the car is slide a little bit.
Sliding a little bit. Thanks very much. Good to see you. That's Paolo Nobre. Round the front, he has a little bit of damage here, just a little bit of gravel rash, bit of nibble on there. It looks like someone's just chewed some bits off the front of it. But other than that, the car looks quite good. And again, just dust on the side of the car is okay. Holding onto the side of the car there as he pulls off. But that is Paolo Nobre. Off he goes. Another one coming in to slice the beam. Where are we up to next? Paolo Nobre. Emilio Fernandez next. Emilio Fernandez. Now, Emilio, first time we've seen him on the ERC. Another driver from South America. Emilio is from Chile, Paolo Nobre from Brazil, and then we've got Juan Carlos Alonso from Argentina. So a brace of them coming across the Atlantic on the long-haul flights, on the red-eye, to get here to Europe, to the farthest east that we go on the ERC. It is these drivers who are racking up the most air miles. Rear tyres, not so bad. Let's have a word with Emilio. Door open. First three stages on the ERC this morning. Do you like it? Is it good? What do you really think of Cyprus then?
Yeah, really tricky, but really nice stage. We are enjoying a lot, and we need to finish, nothing more.
No problems with the car, everything all working good. The tyres look okay.
Yeah, looking okay. We try to no puncture or nothing. It's all okay.
Was it worth the flight to come here to Cyprus to experience this?
What?
Was it worth the flight to come from Chile to Cyprus to experience?
Yeah. It's a good opportunity for me to learn about these roads. Thank you.
Cool. See you later. Thank you. There we go. Door closed. So yeah, brakes nice and hot. But Barham Rally, when we were last out on the ERC for our for our penultimate tarmac round of the season, yeah, we're in tarmac spec, so the cars were a lot lower, and they just look so different when they're respec'd to gravel spec. So basically take all the suspension linkages off, jack them up, ride up the ride high, bigger shock absorbers, smaller brake discs, the usual stuff. Look at that beautiful sight coming in to sight now. This is Niki Meyerhoff from Austria. Now, Nicholas having problems earlier with his car. He said he was talking to Julian on ERC radio a short time ago, just saying that his car has problems. It's lit up like a Christmas tree. Looks like he's been through a water splash as well in there. So you see the brake dust all baked on the front. Nicky, you've got the visor down. You were saying to Julian on the last stage that it's like a Christmas tree. What's up?
Yeah, we resetted something and now there was no issue. We could, it was a really cool stage. We could push a little bit, but still we're controlling the nose that we did, so we're not flat out yet, but it was a super stage without any problems, so we're first time a little bit happy and smiling.
So to cure the problem, was it Alt Control Delete or was it just a master reset?
Alt Struck. Yeah, we did something and now it didn't come up anymore, but I think it's still, the engine cuts and so on is still there, so, but which lost us a lot of time, but I think we're safe now. We'll come back to the service and they do the work that they do best.
That's good. When M Sport designed these systems, I'm not sure what they do. Thank you. That's Niki Meyerhoff. Yeah, they designed these cars you know, you can reset them. The Fiesta in its early days used to have slight issues. Occasionally there was a little gremlin that when it landed heavy after a jump, the R5 Fiesta would the power steering pump would cut out, and the way to do that was a reset in the stage. So going back to a few years ago when we had Kajetan Kajtanovic, 3 times ERC champion, there was certain rallies I remember him actually, if you watch the onboard pictures, was trying to reset the car in the stage, master power off and then back on again. Now, first time here is for Łukasz Habaj. SRT prepared car from Latvia pulls in, and again you can see how rough it is this morning, because as Łukasz comes to the stop line, you see there's this gravel raft. So this is just on the front of the car. It's just being chewed away by the abrasive surface, and this is Kevlar, so it's bulletproof jacket stuff, and that is trying to protect the front of the car, the radiator cooling pack. Let's have a word with Łukasz. Door open. Łukasz, you're live on Facebook this morning, so you got enough cameras in the corner of your car, so we're capturing you from every angle this weekend. How was the stages for you? First time in Cyprus as well. What do you think of it?
It's very hot. This stage was, yeah, I'm learning, you know. Second stage was, first stage was really tricky for us. We were struggling for grip. Second one, I adjusted setup a little bit, and it was much better. And here, not perfect. Again, towards the end, we hit something with the rear left. So probably lost geometry, or hopefully didn't break anything. But yeah, so I took it carefully. You know, it's so hot that these stickers on my pedals got off, and I had a lot of glue on them, and it's very difficult because my shoes are sticking to the pedals. And
really, I didn't notice that. Maybe that helps you, maybe, to get your foot.
You know, it's on unfortunately on the brake pedal. So.
Oh, not so good.
No.
All right, thanks. That's Łukasz, door closed. Yeah, rear geometry off, he says. As he drives off, you can't really see it. Hey, here's Daniel. Daniel's here. Yeah, he just hit something on the rear. Apologise, it's hot here in Cyprus. Look at that. Hot. But Łukasz through. First time for him in Cyprus, but respectable times. Fastest through so far for Łukasz Habaj. With a 10:17.1. 10:17.1. This is Mikko Hirvonen. Mikko through slinky white car. Mikko here for a bit of fun this weekend. It's like there is a little bit of water splash in there. Mikko, Cyprus is supposed to be hot and dusty, but it looks like there's water splash in there or something. Is there a bit of water in the stage somewhere?
I don't know how many corners we did this morning. There was water in one corner, so that's all. So it's been yeah, dry and dusty.
Yeah. Good weekend, it's good fun. Nice to be back in Cyprus. You like it?
It's been okay, to be honest. Yeah, I just don't have the best rhythm. It was quite expected, but you know, we have a good time and we take it fairly smoothly. So no problems.
That's good. No problems. I'm sweating out here, but yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not going to touch you, but then I'll get in trouble for doing that. But yeah, okay, right, cool. Thanks. Cheers, Mikko. See you later. So yeah, hot and dusty. So the amount of corners he's saying, just somewhere a little bit of dust, a little bit of water somewhere in one of those corners that he's done this morning. So off he goes. Hirvonen. Slinky white car. Mikko basically had free weekend this weekend, and he's been in Cyprus before when the World Championship was here, you know, a few years back. And then, you know, back then on the World Championship we were based down in Larnaca over the no, we were down in Limassol over the years, down in there on the seafront. But then when we switched to the European Championship for a long time, and the IRC before that, we've been up in this part of the world. We've been down in Paphos as well, but we were in Larnaca last year. We're up in Nicosia this year for our home part of the world, sort of the capital of the island. Chris Ingram's here. A little bit of a deep cut for Chris, as you see. A little bit of grass in the front there where he's been pushing hard. Now, Chris was elusive to us last night. We tried to talk to him on Facebook Live last night, but every time where we went, he wasn't there to, he'd always just moved on. Everybody has put money on this crowdfunding. All people's names are on the side of the car here who's backed him this weekend. Tamara Molinaro's name was on the side of the car as well. I noticed that one yesterday. 2017 ERC Ladies winner. But Chris, right, more importantly, you this morning, how was the stages? Brakes were hot, you were saying to me at the first stage.
Yeah, very careful start. We didn't really know how rough it was going to be, and we've gone with a very safe strategy. But that, you know, the car and our tyre choice suited that fast stage a lot more, so the time looks quite good from that.
Time's good, fastest through so far, so that gives you a bit of confidence. But look at and Nasta's in a different ballpark, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's got nothing to lose, has he? He just wants to show everyone how quick he is, and he's on an aggressive setup to try and win the rally, whereas we're the total opposite, so you can't wait until the end of the rally.
Does it give you confidence having all these names on the side of your car and the number 1 on the door?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so grateful to everyone. There's over 250 people helped me get here, so I'm just trying to do the best job I can for everyone who supported me, and we're enjoying it so far.
At the moment, do you feel like you're immersed in a dream and you're going to wake up at some point and hit reality?
Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll never wake up from it, and it'll always be a dream.
Dream's good. You can always turn dreams into reality.
Yeah, definitely. I have been dreaming of this since I was a kid, so...
I'll stop talking to you now because the next car's in. Good luck, Chris Ingram. See you later on. Number 1 on the door, Chris Ingram this weekend. Off he goes. Everybody who's 250 people have put money in to get him here this weekend, leading the ERC Championship. Simos Kalateros is next up. This guy won this rally last year. Hang on, let me go like that. There you go, I'll go like that. Duck under the camera. Open the door. Oh, you can never get into these things, right? Open the door. Simos, home event, home soil, kind of in your backyard. How was it?
Yes, it was interesting, a bit too slippery. We ran out of tires in this one, but anyway, that was the plan. So we are okay.
Okay.
No problems.
No problems, that's good. Just taking this hands device off, throwing that in. Thanks Simos. There you go. Just taking the drivers, you can see them, they have this hands device when they're talking to us at the end of the stages. They're trying to get this hoop of carbon off their neck, and that's just basically to stop, they clip it onto their helmet, that you know. But, they clip it onto the helmet just to stop any lateral injuries that they can pick up with the lateral damage to the car. Also sudden impacts, and it stops the head going down to prevent whiplash. Look at that. It's great, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic stuff to be here towards the end of September 2019, and we are in the Dust Bowl that is Cyprus, in the centre of the island. I don't know why Daniel's standing in the middle of the arch, but there he is. Hey, Daniel. Oh, he's got a puncture. Got a puncture. That's more important. We've got a puncture. The arch has a problem. It's c'est une catastrophe. It's going to be, yeah, someone's popped Daniel's arch. Oh, anyway, we have to get the stuff out to fix that later on. We're live on Facebook as well later on today in stage number 5. Next car comes through to us. Here he is. This is Norby from Hungary. Norbert Herzig, ERC regular for the past 2 seasons, driving the Polo. First of the Polos to get to the end of the stage here. NASA's in a Polo. Let's get him in. Norby's here. On the Michelin tyres. Norby, you're just being handed some cold water at the end of the stage. Good 3 stages for you this morning?
Yes, this stage was more easier than the last 2 stages. The feeling was much better than in the last year. We made some little mistake just now in our pace note, but this rally is very, very long. We tried found out the tire choice strategy, and we try follow this situation.
Thank you. So got his tyre choice strategy. We're not going to push him on what his tyre choice strategy is, but look at the Michelins. They're working well, these really hard compound, and they're playing nicely. I have to look in the boot to see what he's got spares wise, and he's on his way back to service as with the rest of them. Right, see coming down towards us now, this is Lukina coming towards us, isn't it? So through the timing beam there, that's where the time comes in, and that is Lukanook who comes towards us. You know, fast he was. At, where are we up to with the... Try and get... Lukanook second in the rally, 20.3 seconds coming into this stage. Again, just a little bit of grass in the front of the car from cutting in the stage. But he's been pushing this time. You can really tell he's been pushing. The time is a 9, waiting for that time to go on, getting dust on the side of the car. See what Alexei has to say. Yeah, he's into the 9-minute mark. You kind of tell by this dust that he's pushing hard. Alexei is saying that to Julian at the previous stage that the car's going well, you got a good feeling, the rhythm's right, the time's good too.
Yeah, we are on a safe strategy, so we're not fighting with Nasser. We are on the hard tires, it's much slower, so no drama, we're taking care of the car. It's not the strongest probably, so we're trying to do it right.
Are you trying to find the car's limits this weekend to see how strong it is?
No, it's not on the plan.
No, that's good, that's good. As long as the strategy's going well, fast out in front. That's Alexei Lukanook. So 9:48.3, 9:48.3, so fastest through. You can always tell with Alexei, you can really tell when he's been pushing. I don't know why, over the years that he's been competing in the ERC, you know when you see his car at the side of the stage, particularly on a gravel rally, it's enveloped in dust. Particularly if you look at the back of the car as well, it seems to have more dust on it than anyone else's, and higher up on the windows as well, so you know that he's set. I think that time, 9:48.3, is a fast one. As Nasser comes towards us, Nasser slices the beam now, so rally leader coming in. Let's see with this one whether Lukanook has taken time out of him, but Nasser comes in. Listen to that car, it's still in stage mode at the moment. Winner of the Dakar, fantastic skeet shooter in the Olympics as well. Won medals in that. All-round sportsman, fastest. You know, Nasser, when Alexei came to the end of the stage there, I thought he would have beaten you, but you've got more power and more speed, and you've beaten him. How do you do it?
Yeah, I think we have a good run from beginning, you know. I'm really pushing a lot in the morning because everything tight, but okay, now we'll see for next loop. Next loop will be a lot of rough, you know, 2 stage plus super special stage, but okay, we are quite happy to have a good lead.
Yeah. It's the first time that we've seen the Polo in Cyprus. And yeah, I mean, the car, you're used to the Fiesta, which you've been in last year. I mean, the car, is it good? Is it feeling strong?
Yes, really strong. And this is the 4th race now, 4 race, and we win the first 3 race in Middle East. Now we are leading here. You know, the car really strong, and the VW making really nice Polo.
That's good. That's good. Well, onwards and upwards. Nice one, Nasser. See you later on. Rally leader on his way. Off he goes. So we thought... Well, I thought that Lukanook would have been quickest through, 9:48.3 for Lukanook, but 9:42.6 for Nasser Al-Attiyah. He extends his lead here in Cyprus after 3 stages. It's warm, it's hot. It's hot ERC rally action. It's round 7 of the championship, and more of the loose stuff here in the heat of the summer. Look at this, Albert von Thurnen Taxis coming through as we look across this farmland here, this arid, dry part of the world. I think in Cyprus it only rains 3 days a year or something, but look at this. It is, as Nasser would say, you know, competing in part of the Middle East Championship as well this weekend. We are, even though we're in Europe, we're in the Middle East more or less. We're so close to Syria, Lebanon. Beirut's just over there. It's not far away. It's only just a few miles across the water from the end, so we're so close. We're the furthest east that we go on the championship this season. Last year we were here in July, it was hot. It was really, really hot then. It's still hot here today. Let's have a word with Albert. I did a spectacular roll yesterday in the qualifying stage when he was during free practice. Albert rolled the car, so he's got a new front left on it, landed on the roof, so just had a little bit of bump and damage on the top, rolled here. You can see they've kind of glued the window back in, air scoops being taped up, rolled and landed on the other side. the car's running really, really well for him this morning. Sorry, Albert, I was just explaining your roll that you did yesterday in the free practice, just with the little bit of damage. But your morning's run for you, Albert, how was it?
It's actually quite okay, to be honest. Problem is just that I'm behind Nasser, and Nasser is doing such fast times that I was a little bit disheartened. But compared to the rest of the field, we're actually okay. We're in the top 10. This is a positive thing. I just need to not get overexcited now and keep the pace without doing any mistakes. After all that happened this year, I really would like to bring home a proper result, and so I'm quite happy so far.
You're a methodical man, and looking at those times, yes, okay, you're not as fast as Nasser or Alexei because they're in the 9s, but your time is respectable with the best of the rest, should we say?
Exactly. Yeah. This is where I'm at. I think that Nasser drives in a category of his own. He gave Mikko Hirvonen a minute in the last stage, so I don't think it's so good to look at Nasser. Alexei Lukyanuk is trying to chase him, which is looking quite difficult. But for everyone else, it's a question of doing what you can and bringing the car home.
Good, nice one. Thanks very much, Albert. That's Albert von Taxis, Albert von TNT. A little bit of a ripple on his roof from yesterday. After that roll, little bit of a ripple on the roof. It was a 10 out of 10 for effort for him yesterday. Another one coming in towards us now. So we've got Albert von Taxis. This is Tibor Erdi. Tibor having problems starting the car yesterday and struggling in the qualifying stage. I haven't spoken to Tibor for a while. I didn't get a chance to talk to him yesterday at the end of the qualifying stage either. We missed him last night on the start ceremony. So I haven't spoken to him for quite some time. But the Erdi family are here this weekend. See what he has to say. Door open, taking some water. Tibor, good morning. Nice to see you. How was it?
The last 2 stages, okay. That's not good itinerary. Okay, we try push hard.
Yeah, good. Okay, thanks very much, Tibor. And is the car working okay now?
After everything is work. Yeah,
that's good. Okay, so yeah, problem with the car starting it yesterday. Everything all good for him now. Tibor is in, done, and on his way. It's Tibor Erdi. So from the end of stage number 3 this morning, it's hot, it's dusty, it's Cyprus. We're live on Facebook. Julian and myself, I'm Chris Rose. We're live on ERC Radio right throughout the big ERC weekend. We'll bring you all the rally reaction on ERC Radio right after Facebook here, after we come off air. We're live on Facebook again this afternoon at stage number 5. So later on today, we're back live at stage 5. So you can join and follow the action there. Of course, you can take down the ERC app, or you can download that and take the ERC app with you, or follow all the action on FIAERC.com, where all the timings are. But we'll be back later on. Chris holding the camera. It's real hot here. Chris, and he's in his jeans as well. So Chris holding the camera. Daniel's packing up here already. We're going to relocate to stage number 5, where we'll be live later on Facebook. That's it from us here, but this is Cyprus, and we'll see you soon.
There is no secret, because every time we came to Cyprus and we tried to win this race, because we like the race. It's very hard, not easy.
Here you have a lot of corners and it's very technical pistes. But yeah, the main thing is to take good pace notes. But you need a lot of experience here to be good, and he have that. Practicing before the rally, yes. Doing the recce, no. No, recce is always long and a little bit boring, but it's part of the job, and if you want to have a good pace note, like we said before, you need to do this recce, and it's like that.
I love ERC, it's more family, more people close to the driver. The organization is really fantastic. The team, ERC, is a professional team, and yeah, we're thinking to do it next year.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Shway. But now I start to understand when they talk together.
Yes.
So slowly it's coming.
I will choose motorsport. Both. Yes, last week Fernando coming to me to Qatar, and we know Fernando is a great driver in Formula One, world champion, and really we are so happy, you know, to have Fernando in our team, because give a lot of media for the Toyota. And yes, I explain him a lot, but it will be not easy, you know, from beginning, but I think he's pushing a lot to be one of the Dakar winner in the future. Yes, I am really happy, you know, to have the medal in the Olympic game, and also to have two sports in high level. Yes, I have a few sport car, you know, and every day I can drive the Porsche 911 or Ferrari or the Bentley or Rolls-Royce. And yeah, it's sometime, you know, which one is comfortable for me. Yes, I take it.
Never I saw him angry, and this is one good thing of our team, is the relationship we have together, and this for me is the base. If everything go well and no stress in the car, you will get the result at the end. Not often, but of course I will be in Qatar for the World Cup. You cannot miss that event, and I live in Marseille, but I support, of course, PSG.
Are you sure you support PSG?
I will check maybe. Shukran.
Shukran, Vali Fan.